Okay, hi guys, it's me. I apologize if I act all awkward or for any like noises going on in the background. I'm like sitting here fidgeting with random crap that's sitting around me. Um, but yeah, it's me, B. Hello. Today, I'm going to be talking about nuclear disasters because I really like them. If you don't already know, and I can yap about them for hours, but I'm not gonna yap about them for hours because nobody has the attention span for that. Um, quick disclaimer before I start yapping. This is I might get like it might get a little bit gory or like intense what I'm describing. And if you don't want to hear about like death, don't watch this. If I know, like my heart goes out to the victims and families of the men that died in this accident. I'm in no way glorifying deaths or nuclear accidents in themselves, because they're scary and they're bad, and we shouldn't like. They're not good. We should try to prevent nuclear accidents, obviously. Okay, yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. So today, I'm going to be talking about the SL-1 nuclear disaster. Um, it was America's first fatal nuclear disaster. Um, it was on January 3rd, 1961, at the U.S. military's experimental SL-1 research reactor near Idaho Falls. I'm kind of like reading off like notes in a Wikipedia article and a news article right now, so I'm gonna like yeah. Sorry. Uh, so for the nuclear disaster itself, there were three technicians working in the power plant. It was three men: Richard McKinley, John Burns. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. And Richard Legg. They were all like somehow associated with the army because this was like an army base or whatever. It's either Richard Burns or Richard Barnes. I don't know. We're just gonna say John, not Richard. Sorry, John B. And I don't know. We're just gonna do first names, I guess. No, because there's two Richards. Okay, so we're just gonna say McKinley, John, and Legg. Um, but so, anyways, uh, all three of these technicians, all three men died during routine maintenance of the lab's reactor, and their bodies were eventually retrieved out of the reactor at the cost of 790 others being exposed to radiation. The SL-1 accident is the only fatal nuclear reactor event to occur on U.S. soil. Um, this was supposed to be just like a routine maintenance check, and then it ended up in an explosion. Um, so, yeah, uh, basically, like with the reactor incident itself. Hold on. Okay, so with the reactor incident itself, like the John guy, um, so like procedures required him to lift a control rod just like 10 centimeters out of the reactor, which is just how far it should go up. You don't need to pull it up much or else it'll explode. Subtle foreshadowing. But like he pulled it up 66 centimeters, and 10 and 66 are a pretty big number apart. To keep that in mind. Anyways, he pulled the control rod 66 centimeters out of the reactor, causing it to go supercritical in just a fraction of a second. A massive like water hammer explosion blew the reactor apart, destroying the building and filling it with radioactive material. Um, so yeah, all three of the men received like a lethal radiation dose, but the immediate causes of death were blast injuries. They were like, I'm not gonna get too, I can't get too gory or else it's gonna get like taken down or whatever. But like they were pretty like screwed up. They were all like mangled and crap. It was bad. Um, so yeah, that's like the actual reactor explosion part of it. Um, Now like as there's a little like deeper connection that people are theorizing about all the true crime folk or whatever. um, God, I'm so corny. So basically like John, his wife had just called him and told him that she wanted a divorce 2 hours before the accident happened, and then Legg had just been promoted to crew chief over him, so he was pretty pissed off, you know, pretty fucking pissed off, and so that's why people think that it was like he meant to pull the rod. Also, I can't don't quote me on this, but I feel like one of the men that was working with him was having an affair with his wife. Don't quote me on that. Feel free to fact check me. But I feel like I heard that in one of the documentaries I watched. Anyways, hold on, let me move to like the news thingy. Okay, yeah, one of the coworkers was accused of having an affair with his wife. Uh, oh dear God, these pictures are terrible. Yeah, Legg was possibly sleeping with John's wife. Uh, what? These news articles, dude. Dear God. Anyways, so people are still like theorizing about what actually happened. Uh, that was SL-1 was America's first and only fatal nuclear meltdown. This was just 15 years after the bombing of Hiroshima. So this all happened in pretty like close time frame. Hold on. Sorry. Oh my god, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. No, where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Hold on, I'm just gonna like turn the camera towards them real fast. It's Five Nights. It's Freddy's Night Flippers. Anyways, yeah. So that was the SL-1 reactor. Pretty interesting stuff. Pretty crazy stuff. Don't have nuclear bombs. No, what? Don't explode nuclear power plants. I don't know how to do an outro. Stay safe, guys. I might, depending on how y'all feel about it, like how much attention this gets, I might do some more yapping about stuff. Let me know if you'd like that. I also need to figure out like videos to put over this because I don't show my face here. Yeah. All right. Peace.